Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call the September 16th Board of Education Workshop regular meeting open. If we could have a moment of silence. Flag salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
In accordance with the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act, a public notice of this meeting has been sent to board members, all district schools, the Herald News, the Suburban Trends, the Record, the Messenger, West Milford Town Hall, the County Superintendent's Office, the Board Attorney, Cablevision of Warwick and West Milford TV 77, and posted at the Administration Building. Copies of the board meeting calendar resolution were provided to all local media, Town Hall, Township Library, and all district schools. Roll call, please, Mrs. Patagno.
Mr. Sitovich, Mrs. Dwyer, Mrs. Jurgensen,
Here.
Mr. Lippy, Mrs. Marquardt,
Here.
Mr. Guarino,
Here.
Mrs. Van Dyke, Mrs. Ricano,
Here.
Mrs. Lockwood.
Here. Okay, we're going to move to 4.1. I need a motion for the adoption of a change to the structure of the current board meeting and all future board meetings to include a district administration report, which will take the place of both the superintendent's report and the assistant superintendent's report. So basically, we're just merging it into one. So if someone could...
I'll make a motion to do all the things you just said.
Thank you.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, Mrs. Patagno, just want to make you aware that Ms. Lippy and Mr. Sitovich just walked in.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Dr. Kitchen.
Yeah, sorry, thank you for the change in structure. I know we talked about it last meeting, but I wanted to make sure we formally adopted that before we actually jumped into said report. The first thing we're going to do, though, this evening is I'm going to call up Karen Johnson and Matt Stryans to give out some awards to recognize our AP scholars.
Good evening. Every fall, College Board recognizes high school students who have demonstrated college-level achievement through the performance on multiple AP exams. The AP Scholar Awards are academic distinctions that students may cite among their credentials on their college application and on their school resumes. From the class of 2025, we had no less than 16 graduates earn this recognition via their spring testing in 2025, in May of 2025. Those students are Enya Barrett, McKenna Bush, Joel Campos, Zoe Fuchs, Kyle Gloria, Chloe Gunter, Daxton Keller, Brody Loveland, Natalie Mulholland, Kayla Rose, Cassandra Rubinsky, Julia Sapian, Megan Seidner, Laurel Space, Ryan Patra, and Jennifer Zhang. Among our current students, 6 Highlanders have already earned this distinction via their AP testing experience thus far. For many of the students, they have only taken maybe 2 or 3 tests, whereas our seniors who graduated last year had accumulated up to 5, 6 tests. So this year's students, and if you would please come up and be recognized by Mr. Stryans and the board when your name is called, we appreciate that. This year's students are AP Scholar Ciara Clinton, AP Scholar Alyssa Kroll, AP Scholar Nicholas Patino, AP Scholar Anna Youngren, AP Scholar with Honor Brenna Traversa, and AP Scholar with Distinction Tara Lucarello. we look forward to having your name on the long list again next year. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I would love for our recipients of these honors to come and take a picture with the board. We're going to try something slightly different than all of us trying to pile in front. I'm thinking maybe what we can do is have all of you come stand behind the board here, and we'll do a quick picture that way. Mr. Glenn, would you mind snapping a picture for us while we do it? And then Mr. Stryance and Ms. Johnson, why don't you guys come up and join the picture as well? So students, just come stand right behind the board here, and we'll kind of sit at the table while you guys are standing behind us. You may need to stand back to get us all to see.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Whoop, whoop. And parents wants to take pictures. Oh. Hopefully everybody does.
I just came from a game.
All right, again, congratulations to all of our AP scholars, Mrs. Johnson and Mr. Stryance. Thank you for being here and helping recognize our students. And for letting them know that it's okay for them to escape.
Have a great night.
Well, now we're lonely. We had a whole... What was it? My goodness. All right. Yeah, that's right. They do. That's great. So Highlander Highlights is the next topic we wanted to talk about in our report. Dr. Kitchen, Dr. Swartz, and Mr. Bertagno and I helped put together I guess we're going to call it the first edition this year of Highlander Highlights. Last year we did a first edition only, and we're going to follow through on some of our goals and do it a little bit more often this year. We wanted to say thank you to Mr. Jordan, who came over and helped record and chase down all of the extra video clips that we had for people around the district. One of the things to highlight is that we shot that video in the new Maccabin esports lab with the TV Science Studio green screen that so many of you have seen. So it was nice to have that project put into place and then be able to see it come to life and use all the technology that we have to get it going. So we highlighted quite a few things that were projects that happened over the summer. We had some guest speakers, and the community can expect to see more of that with people who weren't featured in the first one will be featured in future ones with our administrators and staff. So if they thought they were safe not being on screen, Mrs. Bertagno, you will absolutely be featured in an upcoming episode. So we're excited for that, and we had too much fun doing it. Maybe we'll share the outtakes reel before the summer. So
our board leadership graced us with an appearance that they were voluntold they had to, because we recorded ours and threw it to them at the end of the video before telling them they were going to be in the video. So
it was only
thank
40,
you so much.
It was only 40 minutes long. Like you can put that time in. And the next one is a little bit of a summer recap that I think Dr. Swartz and I are going to talk a little bit about. We had a tremendous summer experience with the things that we do with our students, with our extended school year programs, our summer reading programs, our middle school and high school clubs with algebra, and for the first time this year we had a incoming freshman writing course that was very successful at the high school. So I've said it many times that West Milford is the district that never sleeps, and it doesn't seem like we close, because we are always here, our staff is always here, and our students are always here learning and doing. So I just want to say, thank you. I feel like we've been in school for months now, but to say that this is the first meeting of the new year, to say thank you to everybody who worked so hard over the summer to make sure that we had a successful opening and everyone ready to go. So one is just to highlight a few of those things we did over the summer, and then also say thank you to everyone who participated.
All right. A couple of things just from that summer recap. Also want to thank Mr. Glenn. As always, the summer is the time that a lot of work is getting done around the district. A couple of really big time projects this summer, and a few that we were able to really squeeze in with not a lot of time to get them done. So some big painting projects in a couple buildings, but the biggest project, well, maybe the most visible project, was the addition of the new playground up at UGL. It's huge. We had a ribbon cutting ceremony. It's a great piece of equipment, but also what is not known to everybody is that that's been a long time in the works, but the installer fell through shortly before that was going to take place, and Mr. Glenn really worked hard to make sure that we got somebody in for that. Went searching the countryside for people that were certified playground installers to try to get this done, and managed to squeeze it in the week before school started, when it was seeming like it wasn't going to happen until November at the earliest. So really great job with that. And I also want to thank Mr. Glenn for spending his Labor Day weekend here making sure this building was able to be open to start the school year, because just a couple days before that, the electrical to the water pump failed, only to discover that it needed a new line to be trenched out and dug to the water pump, which then required the work being done over Labor Day weekend, and Mr. Glenn spent quite a bit of time over that weekend here getting that work done. So just, I think that the amount of effort that goes into all of that cannot be overstated, but I do think that it's important for us to recognize and say thank you for all of those things. So, Dr. Schwartz, anything you want to add about the summer stuff? No? Awesome. So I do want to also touch on the policy change, the one specific policy change, and just kind of give an update. I know we were talking for a while about the change to to reducing cell phones as a distraction in our schools. There's been a lot of data that's been out there about that. As you know, our admin team is reading The Anxious Generation, something we also referenced in Highlander Highlights, and we're really encouraging members of the community to read, because the data is alarming about how significant phones can become a distraction and limit the ability for our students to be academically successful. So it was really great to try to take a step towards helping with that, with the change in policy. Not as restrictive as I think some places are, but really what we're doing is we're asking students to surrender those phones during time in academic spaces. And we had the opportunity to go over to the different grade level meetings at the high school, right in that sort of first week. And it was just after the first couple days of school, and it sounded, listening to the high school administration, like it was something that was really pretty seamless. No major issues. It said it went really smoothly. They were thanking all the students for how receptive they were to it and what a great job they were doing. So I think that's one of those things where we sort of anticipated if there was going to be any hiccups, that would likely be the time, is right when we first roll it out. And it sounds like the start to it was really smooth. I guess we've got a high schooler sitting up here with us. Any thoughts on the change?
It was very smooth, and I do think that it definitely helped academically, and people are definitely talking to each other more after class. Like, everyone's not sitting on their phones, they're all like talking to the person next to them instead.
I love it. So, and to be honest, so we're not restricting their use in certain times during the day, including changing classes, but the feedback that I have heard is that there are less students on their phone in between classes, even though they are allowed to be. So I think that's really great. So that's wonderful. Less phones coming to the bathrooms and things like that as well, because they're surrendered during that time. So
and along the lines with as we highlighted in that video, we are going to be not only encouraging the community to read the book, but we're going to be leading community book groups as an administration. So we discussed this with our administrative team last week. I'm going to be sending a survey to the community. It's going to go to all parents, it's going to go to everyone in this room, it's going to go to all of our staff, and we're going to offer the opportunity to participate in a district-wide book study for the book Anxious Generation. We're going to break it up into small groups. The administrative team is very excited to know that they are also going to be leading the group, whether it's a department or a school or a group with board members and parents, that sort of thing. So in the survey, we're going to be asking everyone to select, kind of what group they belong to, whether it's, you're a member of the Marshall Hill School, you're a parent of a sophomore, that type of thing, and then we're going to see all of the interest that we have, and then we're going to create some groups, and then have some leaders kind of break it out. And we're thinking that at the end, all the people who participated in it can have a little bit of a group discussion, and then it's more about one of those comments, the journey, not really the end. It's the process of reading the book and having someone to talk about throughout, more than what we're going to get out of it in the end. I used a lot of the research from that book when we were presenting things for Digital Citizenship Night, and we've seen the success of the initiative, but there's a whole lot more that people should know and be aware of, not only for how we're handling it in schools, but how we are handling it as parents and teachers. So be ready for that when that survey comes out this week. I'm going to talk about it first with our Superintendent Roundtable group this week, and then after that we can expect the survey to come out.
Great, thank you. Talking about Digital Citizenship Night, good transition into our HIB training program information update for period 2. That is January through June of last year. The report there is attached to your executive content, just giving some details about trainings in each building, as well as district-wide and programs, as well as the information about HIBs investigated and so on. So information that is not new to all of you, but I wanted to put out there in front of you. We won't go through it all. I don't need to read the numbers to you, but I want you to be aware that the information does exist for board members to review. One thing you may notice in the trainings and programs is that number is lower than it is for reporting period 1, because most of the trainings that are associated with this are things that get rolled out in the beginning of the year. Our PD days are in the early part of the year, so when we do our HIB trainings and again our GCN training, that all ends up in the early part of the year. But the reason I mentioned it is Digital Citizenship Night is because that is one of our district-wide programs that we provide that fits into this category, in part because one of the topics covered is cyberbullying. So anyway, information is there. Anybody have any questions on any of that? No? So with that, I'm going to turn things over to our student rep. So our student rep will ordinarily be Marina Petrosillo, but she is not here as she has a sporting event this evening. So filling in is, I believe, Alyssa Pengatori? Pengator. I apologize for mispronouncing it, but she's going to fill in, and looking forward to hearing your report.
Thank you and good evening, Board of Education and other members of the community. My name is Alyssa Pengator, and I'm the treasurer of the Student Council. Tonight, I'm filling in for Marina Petrosillo because she has a field hockey commitment. We're excited to share the news from West Milford High School since the beginning of the year. We started the year strong with freshman orientation that was widely student-run this year by Heroes and Cool Kids. We are eager to see what the future holds for the incoming freshman class of 2029. Underclassmen photos took place on September 5th, and the retake day for grades 9 through 11 is October 17th for students who need them. Senior retakes are on September 24th and must be arranged with boards directly. Call 908-964-3040, extension 404, and are in the Lower Media Center. There's a $10 resit fee. The high school PTSO sponsored a welcome back lunch for teachers on Friday, and all the teachers have reported that everything was delicious and they thank the board members. On Monday the 9th, the day of our class meetings, all students attended an activity fair where all clubs, sports, and organizations were set up with the tables with a sign-up and interest sheet so all students could see all the amazing opportunities West Milford High School has to offer, from art clubs to the newspaper, chess club, and Special Olympics, Interact, robotics, or Dungeons & Dragons. There's truly something for everyone. Students have been adjusting really well to the new cell phone policy, and there haven't been any problems that we know of, and it has been better overall, even from a student's perspective. People are more focused and paying attention more, and are actually talking to each other instead of looking at their screens. Our parents came to visit our classes on September 11th for back to school night, which was also partly student-led. It's always a treat leading them around to meet the teachers and staff. This week is Spirit Week, leading up to our homecoming dance on Thursday night, the pep rally during school on Friday, and the homecoming game Friday night. Monday was Dress Like Adam Sandler Day. Today was Country vs. Country Club. Wednesday's Anything But a Backpack Day. Thursday's Black and Gold for the homecoming dance to show Highlander pride. And Friday, we're coordinating with the herd to be USA, Red, White, and Blue Proud Americans. Our pep rally will take place in a double eighth, and the big game is Friday at 6:30 versus Passaic Valley. The band and the cheer team will be performing, and the concert choir will be singing the national anthem at the game as well. Don't forget about the T-Mobile sweepstakes that we are entered in. Congratulations to West Milford High School for 2 years in a row winning $5,000 in T-Mobile's Friday night 5G Lights contest. For those who don't know, we win this money by posting school community life with the hashtags 5NFGL and hashtag sweepstakes, and by tagging T-Mobile and WM Athletic Department. Keep up the posting, Highlanders. Our fourth homecoming dance is sponsored by PTSO, and Student Council is being held this Thursday, September 18th from 7 to 9 p.m. in the cafeteria. We are still taking food and/or drink donations for this event. Tickets are on sale in room 123 and are $10 each. You can purchase a ticket at the door or in Ms. Petrosilla's room. The Royal Court will be announced at the dance. 2 students from each grade who are nominated by their peers will be crowned and sashed at the dance and again during halftime at the game. Dress as semi-formal, or if you have to come from a game or other event, come in a uniform. As long as you're there, it doesn't matter what you're wearing. We are also excited to announce the fall play. The fall play is Noise is Off. This is the story of a theater group putting on a show. The audience gets to go backstage to see all of the mishaps during their production. Auditions will be held Monday, September 22nd in the auditorium. Information will follow soon for ticketing for the shows, which will take place on November 21st and 22nd. The senior class trip is being held on October 3rd. They will be attending a Hudson River cruise. Trip permission slips and money were due today, so hopefully they all got those in on time. Seniors also had a lovely early morning with their student-organized senior sunrise on August 31st. The WMHS PTSO will be holding the first of the senior parking spot painting days on Sunday, September 28th and Sunday, October 5th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. The rain date is Sunday, October 19th. Seniors can make their mark on West Milford High School. Paintbrushes, rollers, handles, cover, and paint tape will all be available. Students just have to bring their own paint. The form is in the 2026 Google Classroom, or you can grab paper in room 123. The annual Spooktacular Trunk or Treat and Haunted Hallway, a joint collaboration between the high school, middle school, student councils, the police department and the PBA, and the West Milford Community Services, will be held on Saturday, October 25th from 5 to 8. Wear your best costume and join us for a spooky night. The trunk or treat will be held in the senior parking lot and is free to all who attend, and the haunted hallway will take place in Macfin and does have a small fee. Ticketing information will be out as soon for the haunted hallway as you do need to reserve a time slot. We are also seeking candy donations from anyone who might be able to contribute. There's a collection bin at the PAL in room 123 at the high school, or it can go in the black and gold bin at the front door of the high school, clearly labeled Spooktacular Donation. Any contributions are much appreciated. We would like to go back to recognize the athletic department for organizing the celebration of Jen Powell's historic achievement, and we are excited to attend the 10th Hall of Fame, October 10th Hall of Fame and Hometown Pride event, the day of the football game versus Nutley. I'm hearing there might be tailgating. If so, I'm in and save me a burger. College visits and applications are in full swing. Seniors and juniors can sign up in guidance to meet with the representatives who come to the school from their various institutions. On another note, no pun intended, the Highlander Band will be hosting the Highlander Marching Band Classic on Saturday, October 4th. The Highlander Band will perform their show High Voltage at the competition. Besides performing their halftime show at the home football games, the band will compete in the MetLife competition at MetLife Stadium. Yearbooks are on sale for $90 as of today, but the prices will go up January 1st. So if you're looking for a lower price, now would be the time to buy. You can buy them at yearbookforever.com. That's all for now. Thank you so much for your time.
So Our student rep from last year left big shoes to fill, but that was a pretty impressive first meeting without her here. You did a great job of covering everything. I don't know how you read so well from your phone. I would really struggle to try to.
Not all that, because I lost the paper that I was given, so so I had to read it from my phone.
Well, impressive, impressive. So thank you so much, and that is the end of our admin report.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Kitchen. So special reports and correspondence, Mrs. Badagno.
Thank you. We have just the minutes from the regular August 19th meeting today.
Could we have a motion?
Motion to approve, accept.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed or abstentions? Okay, the President's report. So I was also going to mention the 5G Friday Night Lights, which Alyssa did a great job of that. I believe that the board is right below. The only thing that I would add is that for the second year we won the 5K, but there's still more to be won. So make sure that you keep posting, hashtagging. I'm not good at that, so I can't explain how to do it, but just keep posting and hashtagging on social media. I think the next step is actually 25,000, and then the ultimate prize is a new stadium, which I think would be amazing for our district if we could attain that. So just keep posting, hashtagging, doing whatever you do on that social media. So the other thing, I wanted to welcome back all our faculty and students for the 25-26 school year. Seemed like a great seamless opening. I know the first day back for the faculty, we were invited, the board was invited to come and see the awards and the opening, and it's the energy in that room was pretty good. It was pretty up. So good luck this year. We're hoping for a smooth 25-26 school year. I also wanted to congratulate Maple Road and the high school, who have been selected as 2 of 4 New Jersey schools receiving the national banner for their unified teams from Special Olympics. Congratulations, Maple Road and the high school. I think there's celebrations to come that'll be forthcoming, more information will be coming, but as a parent of a special education student who's been a part of Special Olympics, and also as a parent of a unified athlete, this district over the years has done so much for inclusion and special education and our sports, and I couldn't be more proud of how far we've come over the years, and that's all thanks to our staff. And there's many staff members who have really spearheaded making sure that we can be one of the best inclusive districts that we can be. There's always work that needs to be done, and you can always improve, but this is a proud moment for our district, and I think it's going to be exciting times ahead for more celebrations like this. So congratulations. So that's the end of my President's report. And we will move on to public comments. Anyone signed up to speak, Mrs. Patagno? Anyone wishing to speak on agenda items only?
Seeing none, make a motion to close?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so we will go on to a motion to adopt the agenda as presented.
Move to adopt the agenda as presented.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And education, Mr. Stovich.
I'd like to move items 11.2 to 11.4 under education.
Second.
Any discussion?
I guess actually, yes.
Oh, Mrs. Stovich.
Seeing as there are educators going to AI seminars, I'm interested if there's anything that the administration would learn from that, if they do report back by any chance, just because we're in that age where it's becoming more and more important every day. So that's my only real comment on this, but.
So, I mean, yes, when we send people out, obviously our expectation is that things can be appropriately turnkeyed, because we can't send everybody to everything. But I will also say that we have made it a significant focus of our own to make sure we're getting out to various things that are similar to this. So, and along those lines, so I know that for the second summer in a row, Mr. Novak and I were able to head to a conference for a few days down in Long Branch that AI was the primary topic, and we really learned a lot, brought a lot of things back from that. And actually on Thursday of this week, we will be going to a superintendent study council to learn a little more about AI integration into classrooms. So we're making sure that we are on the forefront of a lot of the things being brought in, and I think that we're doing a really good job of making sure that it's rolled out appropriately in our classrooms in a way that doesn't detract from the foundational knowledge and skills we want our students to acquire, but also recognizing we need them to be educated in a modern world where, you know, they're armed with these tools and the appropriate skill set that they provide.
Excellent, thank you.
I did also want to mention that the New Jersey School Board's workshop agenda has been posted, and there are actually a lot of AI workshops included in there. So I noticed actually a lot.
A lot.
So yeah, so it definitely seems to be coming out at the forefront of the discussions and everything. So hopefully we'll get to some, whoever's going.
Well, as of right now, I think we're going to be really well represented. We have a bunch of board members going, our admin team's going, so we're excited. That's going to be great for us.
All right.
Any other discussion? Seeing none, roll call, please. Mrs. Patagno?
Mr. Sotovich?
Yes.
Mrs. Dwyer? Mr. Guarino?
Yes.
Mrs. Jurgensen?
Yes.
Mr. Lippy?
Yes.
Mrs. Van Dyke? Mrs. Marquardt?
Yes.
Mrs. Ricano?
Yes.
Mrs. Lockwood?
Yes. Personnel Student Affairs, Mrs. Ricano.
I would like to move items number 13.2 through 13.28, and also the hand carries, which are 14.2 to 14.4.
Second.
Okay, before I open up the discussion, I just want to mention the retirement, 13.2. Miss Judith Scully, she's a bus driver. She has given this district almost 25 years. So congratulations on your retirement, Miss Scully. We wish you all the best and good luck in the next chapter of your life. Thank you. Any other discussion?
I would just like to point out in the hand carries, obviously we are looking at an additional hire there and an administrative shuffle. This is something that we are really excited about. This is something we've sat down as a team to discuss. And that includes the individuals that are involved in this move. I think everybody's really excited for shifting of roles and the impact that it can have. And right now I think there's just a lot of enthusiasm surrounding this. So I know I speak for our administrative team when I say how excited we are to make these changes. And then I also want to make note of the fact, you'll see a note at the bottom of the shuffle, supervisory responsibilities will be as assigned and are subject to change. Most of that is related to the fact that in addition to those roles as vice principal, AD, we have, all of our administrators take on additional supervisory responsibilities. We think that this is an appropriate time for us to also just iron out who should be supervising what and discussing some of that. So that note is just sort of giving us the power to make sure that things are still being appropriately covered. But our plan is to also bring that to a discussion at our next board committee, and then hopefully have an approval ready to go for next month on if there are any changes to who supervises what. We'll have that in front of you. But I think this is the appropriate time for that discussion. So just wanted to make a note of why that little line existed.
Thank you, Dr. Kitchen. Any other discussion? Mr. Lippe?
A quick question. Looking at on the hand carry, the additional appointments and the additional transfer assignments, we have someone listed in both?
Yes, so what you'll see is,
Confused by seeing that.
yes, so the appointment, think about it like this. The appointment is happening, and then the transfer of assignment is happening. Essentially, what is happening is Patty Capello is being hired into the vice principal role. Keep in mind, one of our vice principals at the high school is the primary administrator here at this building for Highlander Academy. Right now, that is Mr. Schutte, but it will be Patty Capello. Mr. Schutte will go back over to the high school as the athletic director, and then Joe Trentacosta will step into a vice principal role. And you know, Patty Capello has been functioning out of this building, being a tremendous support for our Highlander Academy program for several years now, obviously beyond even my knowledge of it, but I know that she's been doing a really great job from everything that I see. I know she's been invaluable to all of the transition in our special ed leadership. So we're super excited for her to join us on the admin team, and this is the location that she belongs in that role. So she's backfilling a retirement, but the retirement exists at the high school. And then once she's in the role, then the shuffle of administrators to put everybody in a place that we think really best highlights their individual skill sets is part of that shuffle. So that's why you see her in both places. Yeah.
Sorry.
Any other discussion? Mrs. Ricano?
I just want to, it's not really a question, it's just a comment. As we look toward contracts and things like that, you know, we've talked about coaching and stipends and stuff and equity, and just pointing out that the head wrestling coach makes more than any other head coach, and the assistant wrestling coach makes the same as all the other head coaches. Again, like, the equity just isn't there, and I want to make sure we're looking at that going forward.
Yes, and I think, so I know it's been a topic of conversation that's come up a couple times, and I know it's something we want to make sure we just are looking at and reflecting on. So with that in mind, we had the conversation with Joe Trentacosta to kind of get a full picture of all of our athletic programs. He is intending to come join us at the November committee meeting to have a discussion about all of that. Obviously, at that time, he will be in a different role, but he's still going to be the appropriate person to come speak on it. So we may see if we can get Mr. Schutte there as well, so we can kind of all just talk through anything that we want to make sure is appropriately addressed going forward.
I think that would be great if Mr. Schutte could come too. Any other discussion? Seeing none, roll call please. Mrs. Patano?
Mr. Seidowitz?
Yes.
Mr. Guarino?
Yes, with required abstentions.
Mrs. Turkinson?
Yes.
Mr. Lippy?
Yes.
Mrs. Murphy?
No on 13.18, abstain on 13.24, and yes on the rest.
Mrs. Ricano?
Yes.
Mrs. Lockwood?
Yes. Okay, operations and finance, Mr. Lippy.
I'd like to move forward items 14.2 through 14.4.
15.
Oh, 15. All right, 15.2. There we go. Thank you. In that case, 15.2 through 15.11.
I will second that.
Any discussion?
Yes.
Mrs. Ricano? Oh, sorry. Next, Mr. Lippy.
I just wanted to thank Mrs. O'Brien for her donation for the ice maker and ice cream maker. And Stephen Escaravage, who is a fellow class of 97 person with me, for his donation, super generous donation of $10,000 for the climate control system in the press box. I'm sure a lot of programs will appreciate that.
Yes. Mr. Lippy.
I second the thank yous on that. I just want to take a second to point out that under operations and finance, we tend to have a lot of discussion about money and a lot of things that the general public is upset with us on or not upset with us on, depending on where we're spending our money. And every year, Melissa's new to her role, but before Bill, before Barbara, have done such a great job in seeing this week's news from Montclair that they fell short by $18 million due to what they believe is faulty accounting and bookkeeping skills. it's nice to know, even though people aren't necessarily happy with the amount of money that we need to run the district, we're not showing up going, hey, surprise, here's a 20% increase, okay? Especially seeing the news, a lot of other districts are having the same, Montclair just being the most recent. That's all. I just want to thank your quiet team in the background clicking away like you are right now.
Any other discussion? Seeing none, roll call please, Mrs. Paterno.
Mr. Sitovich?
Yes.
Mr. Guarino?
Yes, with required abstentions.
Mrs. Jurgensen?
Yes.
Mr. Libby?
Yes.
Mrs. Marquardt?
Yes, with recommended abstention.
Mrs. Ricano?
Yes.
And Mrs. Lockwood?
Yes. Policy, Mrs. Marquardt.
I'd like to make a motion to move items 17.2 and 17.3 under policy.
Second.
Any discussion? No. Seeing none, roll call please, Mrs. Paterno.
Mr. Sitovich?
Yes.
Mr. Guarino?
Yes.
Mrs. Jurgensen?
Yes.
Mr. Libby?
No. Oh, excuse me, yes, sorry.
I was on a roll, you
That was,
Scared everyone here, didn't I?
you woke us all up.
I was on a roll with my A's here. Mrs. Marquardt?
Yes.
Mrs. Ricano?
Yes.
And Mrs. Lockwood?
Yes. Okay, we are on to our committee reports and liaisons, which are all on there. Is there anyone wishing to add anything that is not up there? Mrs. Ricano?
I'm just, the SRT, Superintendent's Roundtable, our first meeting of the school year is this Thursday, so look for that first report in next month's agenda.
Yeah, after the summer, Parks and Rec, their first meeting's Thursday.
Okay, thank you, Parks and Recs. Yeah, and it,
We're having technology meetings sometime.
yeah.
Nope. Wow.
Right on camera. So the
Dan, you've done such a wonderful job with technology, we can wait a little while.
So the Passaic County School Board Association meeting, the first one is September 30th at 6 p.m. at Mario's in Clifton. And then the first CPAC meeting is October 8th at 7 p.m. right here at Highlander Academy. So those are the two that I just wanted to add.
Is the September 30th the one Dan's presenting in?
I don't know if he's going or not. He was undecided. But maybe we can convince him to go.
Twist his arm while he's on camera.
I have to,
Put 'em on.
I was supposed to be on a panel
The food's really good.
of curriculum speakers.
It's not easy to get to though. That I will definitely say. It's not, it's way out in Clifton.
No
At
pressure.
rush hour, yeah.
Way out in Clifton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the other side, not this side of Clifton. It does take a while. Rush hour traffic
Like, we're
too.
messing with everything centrally.
I think most of them are gonna be in Clifton this year, I noticed too. I think probably
We
because,
have to have representation from West Milford. Come on. Come on, Dan.
6 security systems.
it would be nice to have some company. No pressure.
You're asking the guy that lives legit probably
I mean,
furthest.
yes.
I live even further than him.
By a hair.
I mean, superintendents do go too.
Tag team duo, I love it.
You gotta imagine people watching what they're
I
on.
suppose I'll check my schedule.
Just saying.
Okay, moving on before I get in trouble. Old business. Any old business?
Move to close old business.
Second.
All those in favor? Any opposed? New business. So there is a proclamation on here. Do you want to speak to that?
Yeah, I will. So this is something that's really exciting, the dedication of our field. I don't want to get into it too much right now because we don't have an audience right now, and I think this deserves its due respect as an exciting event. So just looking to make sure that we have board support of this decision, but we're not gonna be recognizing it right now because that's to come.
And looking forward to it. So we need a roll call on that. So can I have a motion to move the
Item
proclamation?
21.1.
Yeah,
Second.
and roll call please, Mrs. Patel.
Mr. Stotovich,
Yes.
Mr. Guarino,
Yes.
Mrs. Jurgensen,
Yes.
Mr. Lippy,
Yes.
Mrs. Marquardt,
Yes.
Mrs. Ricano,
Yes.
and Mrs. Lockwood.
Yes. Any other new business?
Yes.
Oh.
Mrs. Jurgensen.
Hi, good evening, everybody. I just wanted to briefly address the conflict that took place last Thursday between the back-to-school night and our away football game. I strongly disagreed with this decision to move forward as scheduled. That choice directly limited access for football players, cheerleaders, band members, coaches, and their families to participate in one of the most important nights of the school year. Saying that there were few complaints did not reflect the real impact. Many families and staff simply stayed silent, even if they were frustrated. And in the end, we sent the message that some families' access mattered less than others, and that was inequitable. This was a misstep, and while scheduling is always complex, we had time to act, and I believe we could have done better. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Jurgensen. Any other discussion? Mrs. Ricano?
Just speaking to Miranda's point, I think there's one of our district goals is communication, and I think a lot of that, and even the 6th grade issue with their field trip that's happening right now that I heard about today, a lot of it could be alleviated with clear communication, and you know, these 6th grade parents were told in May that something was happening, and today that it's no longer happening. So I think we really need to hold people accountable and make sure we're on top of making sure we're communicating properly and effectively.
Would you like to say something, Dr. Kitchen?
Sure, I think it's fair, and I think there's a reason why we've identified communication as an area of focus. Just speaking to some of the conflicts, like last week's conflict, I know that it's not, the decision to move forward as it was scheduled was not universally popular. I think, when it comes to athletics, it is challenging. There are times that the athletic schedule is not set by the building, and then when the conflict is created by outside entities, sometimes the decision to move things may impact fewer people, but now we're deciding to impact some. So that was part of the reason why the decision was made to keep it as it was scheduled. It's not uncommon for things to conflict with athletics, as again, we're not in control of those schedules. So at times, there have been other years, most years, where there are athletic events that do take place at the same time as back to school night. There are years when we have athletic events that take place at the same time as Distinguished Scholars Night or some of these other student recognitions. And it is unfortunate. I do think that as long as we're attentive to it, we can hopefully limit the impact that it has. And I think the point that you're making is valid. I think that it is well, it is message received. We will make sure that we are paying attention to it. And again, while I know the way that we handled it was not universally praised, it was not done so without thought or care. Conversations did take place about what options did exist, and some of the options were limited. So this was the way we chose to move forward. But it doesn't mean that we can't be reflective on it and make sure that we are always as diligent as we can be with avoiding as many conflicts as possible, because the district has had a history of having some relatively significant conflicts that have been impactful in a negative way. So I want to make sure we're doing our best to avoid that.
Thank you, Dr. Kitchen. Any other new business?
Motion to close new business.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Public comments. Anyone signed up for the second public comments? Mrs. Patagno, is there anyone wishing to speak in the second public comments? Okay. Mr. Bedford, hold on a second because I gotta say my... So all speakers will have 5 minutes to speak until a period of 30 minutes transpires. Before speaking, please state your name, Group affiliation and address for the record. Members of the public who have requested to speak prior to the meeting will be recognized by the chair first. After speaking, all speakers are asked to sign the register provided and give their full name, group affiliation, and their address. All statements shall be directed to the presiding officer. No participant may address or question board members individually. All speakers are expected to have read the statement within the agenda regarding the regulations concerning public comments. Members of the public are reminded that they are legally responsible and liable for their comments.
So, good evening, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I am Nathan Bedford. I'm a substitute teacher, and I'm also the district videographer. I also am part of the community of West Milford in a lot of volunteer roles, but I'm here for 3 items tonight. Number 1, reiterating the Friday night 5G lights issue or sweepstakes. This Friday night we will have our homecoming match against Passaic Valley, and on the YouTube channel I've put all the hashtags. The hashtag is FN5GL, hashtag sweepstakes with the @ sign for T-Mobile and the @ for West Milford or WM Athletics Department, DEPT. We ask that all, not only just the football, cheerleading, and band, but everyone. If you're going to the Friday night games, every little bit helps, and I told Joe Trenicosta that our motto this year is "We're in it to win it," which is also part of the playbook of the T-Mobile Friday night 5G lights sweepstakes. Secondly, I am a member of the Friends of Long Pond Ironworks. This Saturday from 10 to 4 p.m. we are hosting an 1830 Victorian event. For those of you who love history and want to learn more about the British side of things, we have the 35th Royal Sussex Regiment coming to do an encampment, and that is $5 admission at the door. The third item I have has to do with substitute teaching. I sometimes, since I am also multilingual, that's one of my skills, I like to volunteer and substitute for some of our foreign language teachers. The issue that I have discovered this year is that some of the students do not like the app Duolingo. Sometimes they have trouble accessing it on their Chromebooks, and so they have to use their cell phones. Secondly, if they get a lot of questions or some of the exercises wrong, then they lose hearts. And then they have to watch ads and go through practice session exercises, and so they fall a little bit behind than some of their classmates. So I'm just wondering, just something to think about, maybe we could find something else to replace it. There's nothing wrong with the app itself. It's fun, it's engaging for the students, but some of the features don't help a lot of the students. I would say probably 1/4 to 1/3 of all foreign language students, especially in middle school. So thank you very much and have a good evening. How's that for public speaking?
Thank you, Mr. Bedford. Anyone else wishing to speak?
Move to close public comments.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So we don't have a need for exec. So could I have a motion to adjourn the meeting
Second.
at 7:54? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.